The phone call he never made. What if the one phone call you keep postponing becomes the call you never get the chance to make? This is the story of Michael and his mother, Sarah. Michael grew up in a small town in America. His father passed away when he was only 6 years old, leaving Sarah to raise him alone. Life was difficult. Sarah worked 2 jobs just to keep food on the table and make sure her son had opportunities she never had. During the day, she worked at a grocery store, and at night, she cleaned office buildings. She was always tired, but she never complained. Every sacrifice she made had one purpose: to give Michael a better future. Every evening after returning home exhausted, Sarah would sit beside Michael while he did his homework. She would smile and say, "Never let your circumstances decide your future." Michael listened carefully because he knew how hard his mother worked for him. Deep inside, he promised himself that one day he would make her proud. Years passed, and Michael became one of the best students in school. His teachers believed he was destined for success. When he received a scholarship to a prestigious university, Sarah cried tears of joy. She hugged him tightly and said, "I always knew you could do it." Before leaving for college, Michael looked into her eyes and said, "One day, Mom, I'll give you the life you deserve." College changed everything. Michael met new people, discovered new opportunities, and started dreaming bigger than ever before. At first, he called his mother every day, then every few days, then once a week. Slowly, those calls became shorter and less frequent. Sarah never complained. Every evening, she sat by the window waiting for her phone to ring. Whenever neighbors asked about her son, she proudly smiled and said, "He's working hard and building a great future." Even though she missed him terribly, she was happy knowing he was chasing his dreams. After graduation, Michael moved to New York City and landed a high-paying job. His career took off quickly. He bought a beautiful apartment, drove a nice car, and climbed the corporate ladder faster than anyone expected. Everything he had dreamed of was finally becoming reality. But as his success grew, the distance between him and his mother grew as well. Whenever Sarah called, Michael was busy. Sometimes he was in meetings. Sometimes he was traveling. Sometimes he was simply tired. "Sorry, Mom, I'll call you later. We'll talk this weekend. I'm really busy right now." Days turned into weeks, and weeks turned into months.
One year, Sarah's birthday arrived. She secretly hoped her son would remember. She spent the entire day waiting for his call. Morning passed. Afternoon passed. Evening came. The phone never rang. Michael had forgotten. That night, Sarah sat alone in her kitchen with a small birthday cake. She lit a single candle and quietly made a wish. "I hope my son is happy." Then she blew out the candle and smiled through her tears. Because that's what mothers do. They continue loving even when their hearts are breaking. As time went on, Sarah's health began to decline. The doctor advised her to rest, but she continued working. Because she didn't want to burden her son, she never told Michael how serious things were becoming. One afternoon, a neighbor called him and said, "Your mother hasn't been feeling well. You should come visit." Michael looked at his schedule filled with meetings, deadlines, and business trips. "I'll come next month," he replied. Next month became the month after, then another. He always believed there would be more time. Then one rainy evening, Michael received another phone call. This time, it wasn't from a neighbor. It was from a hospital. His heart immediately dropped. The nurse on the phone said softly, "Your mother asked for you."
Tell the people you love how much they mean to you, because one day you may discover that the call you plan to make tomorrow is a call you'll never get the chance to make.